What's going on, guys? It's your TFD, and I'm back with another video. Today, we're diving into a shocking story. A Texas man has been charged with stalking and harassing Caitlin Clark online. Plus, the WNBA has just dropped a massive announcement about the 2025 All-Star Game. For this one, we're taking a trip all the way up to Indy. Let's get it. Let's go. Now, there's a lot to unpack when it comes to the current state of the WNBA and women athletes overall. Just a few weeks ago, we saw Paige Buecher's deal with a stalker who was convicted for harassing her in Connecticut. And now, another alarming situation is unfolding, this time involving a Texas man who drove all the way to Indianapolis to stalk Caitlin Clark. Man, when it comes to these women in the league, safety has to be the top priority. With the growing excitement and attention the WNBA is getting, unfortunately, it's also attracting some real weirdos. Honestly, these athletes should have serious security, preferably armed security, because incidents like this are becoming way too common. So, here's what went down. Eric Grace on Twitter shared an article detailing the situation. Let's pull it up and dive into the story, because it's looking spooky, bro. Here's what's been reported so far. Here's our story with more details from court docs. From scrolling through the suspect's X account, he's posted tagging Caitlin Clark hundreds of times just in the last week. Many of the messages are sexually explicit. Oh, guys, this is absolutely wild. Let's pull up the article right now. It stated, Texas man drove to Indianapolis after sending Caitlin Clark violent. Messages on X, court docs reveal. Indianapolis, a Texas man sent sexually violent messages from his X account to Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark and then drove to Indianapolis. Court documents reveal. Been driving around your house 3x a day. He messaged her. But don't call the law just yet. Michael Thomas Lewis, 55, of Denton, Texas, is charged with one count of stalking, threatening sexual battery, or death, a level 5 felony. He was arrested on Sunday. According to court documents, the FBI traced Lewis's most recent messages to discover he was in Indianapolis. Police said his presence in Indianapolis was especially concerning due to the nature of his messages and Lewis being a Texas resident. Lewis's messages were sexually violent in nature. He also spoke about coming to Indianapolis and even away games to see the WNBA star. "I'm getting tickets," he said in one message. "I'm sitting behind the bench." Whoa, talk about scary. Court documents reveal that police spoke to Clark. She told officers she became fearful since receiving the messages and even altered her appearance while in public. Clark said she became very concerned for her safety after learning Lewis was in Indianapolis. It takes a lot of courage for women to come forward in these cases, which is why many don't, said Marion County Prosecutor Ryan Mears. In doing so, the victim is setting an example for all women who deserve to live and work in Indy without the threat of sexual violence. When police confronted Lewis on January 8th, he downplayed his messages and told officers he was in Indianapolis on vacation. When asked why he posted about Clark so much on X, Lewis again downplayed it and said, "Just the same reason everybody makes posts." Despite traveling to Indianapolis, Lewis claimed his messages to Clark were just an imagination, a fantasy-type thing and a joke. He claimed they weren't threatening despite their graphic, violent, sexual nature. No matter how prominent a figure you are, this case shows that online harassment can quickly escalate to actual threats of physical violence, Mears said. If found guilty, Lewis could face up to 6 years in prison on a level 5 felony. The prosecution is pushing for a greater than normal bond. And yeah, guys, this is the latest on the case involving the Texas man accused of stalking none other than WNBA star Caitlin Clark. This is such a frightening situation for her. Caitlin is definitely in my thoughts. She's been handling so much lately but staying pretty quiet in the public eye. Could this be why she's been keeping such a low profile? I mean, Caitlin hasn't been as active outside of basketball games. Obviously, she's still showing up for those, but otherwise, it feels like she's been laying low. It makes you wonder if this terrifying ordeal is a reason for that.
with iTeam 8. A man is behind bars tonight, accused of stalking Caitlin Clark.
That's right. iTeam 8's Cody Fisher is speaking with Marion County Prosecutor Ryan Mears about how social media played a crucial role in this, Cody.
Yeah, guys, these court documents that I obtained say that the stalking began on December 16th on the social media platform X. Now, by my count, 55-year-old Michael Lewis mentions Caitlin Clark 823 times in his tweets since then. Some are so graphic and sexual that we can't put them on TV.
This is the X page for Michael Lewis, with a picture of Jesus on the cross as his profile picture. This is his first tweet at Caitlin Clark from December 16th, saying, "I got a new movie coming out. Michael and Caitlin are high school sweethearts. After graduation, you go off to college to play b-ball. I go off to war. You give me a medallion pennant with your picture as a going away gift. I give you a Lil Mikey cuddle doll." On January 2nd, he posted this: "I love you so much. Come over here and get you a piece."
There's a very definitive line that you can cross with what you are posting online, and you don't get to say whatever you want.
Marion County Prosecutor Ryan Mears says it's the tweets that are too graphic for TV that helped push this case over the top to stalking charges.
Some of these tweets involve a sexual battery, and that they very clearly, in our view, crossed the line.
Things got more serious when Lewis came to Indianapolis from Texas.
This individual was looking for ways to try to maybe be at the same place at the same time as the victim in this case.
IMPD found Lewis here at his hotel room at the Hilton downtown, confronting him about his social media posts directed at Clark. Even after that interaction, his account shows he was still tagging Clark in sexualized posts.
Lewis told police he has an imaginary relationship with Clark, saying it's a fantasy type thing, a joke, and is not threatening.
A conversation with law enforcement did not have any impact, and if anything, we saw a continued escalation of what was being put out.
By my count, Lewis tweeted at Caitlin Clark 59 times yesterday before being arrested.
Lewis is scheduled to be in court for the first time tomorrow morning. The prosecutor's office is asking for a higher than normal bond and for him to wear an ankle monitor. For iTeam 8, I'm Cody Fisher for Wish TV, wishtv.com.
All right, moving on to another story. The WNBA has officially announced that the 2025 WNBA All-Star Game will be held in Indianapolis. Honestly, it's good they're getting all these creeps out of the way before the big event. I'm not going to lie to you. Now, with that said, the WNBA took to their X account to let everyone know about the All-Star Game being in Indy. They dropped a new logo, which you can see right here. For those who don't know, the NBA All-Star Game was actually held in Indy last year. But now the W is fully leaning into what I like to call the Caitlin Clark effect. The Indiana Fever also tweeted earlier, introducing the official 2025 WNBA All-Star Game logo. The design features colors inspired by the league's signature orange, along with red, blue, and gold, symbolizing Indiana's deep basketball passion. Now, let me just say, your boy might have to pull up to this event when it happens. The WNBA has really gone all out this year, even dropping a fresh design for the jerseys that will likely incorporate this logo. This is going to be a big moment for women's basketball, and I'm hyped for the 2025 season. It's shaping up to be legendary. They also posted a short 13-second video highlighting the announcement, but you already know I can't play the sound because of copyright reasons. Still, shout out to the W for putting in work and giving us something to look forward to. As for other updates, there's nothing new on the Kelsey Mitchell situation or any free agency news. Teams have until the 20th to make a move, so we'll see if a trade or contract deal gets done. I'll be sure to keep you guys updated as soon as anything drops. Make sure those notifications are on so you don't miss a thing. And as always, thanks for watching.